Let's add our girl. TK,
hey,
from the Damian Barling
from the compound
studios.
That's crazy.
Is that correct?
What?
From the Damian Barling compound?
I think that's right. I'm trying to fix this.
He's got a professional studio camera in there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get.
You need to go the other way. You need to go the other way.
You got to go to your left.
Yeah.
Nope, right there.
No, right,
you're good.
stop.
Yeah, you're
right
good.
there. Perfect.
All right.
Nope. Now you're got no. Stay there.
Right. Well, it's a very high chair.
Yeah.
So we're good though.
TK, we were just having this conversation about, we had a couple different conversations. I'll bring you into this one and then ask you another one. And then while you're here, I think it's good for you to be here. I'll ask Kyle the second question that I wanted to ask him earlier.
Oh.
But we were talking about Kyle Shanahan, and we were trying to figure out, like, there is a big contingent of 49ers fans that do not like Kyle Shanahan. There was a question earlier on 95.7 The Game. They're like, who do you rather like? Or who would you rather have, Jim Harbaugh or Kyle Shanahan? And it was like overwhelming Harbaugh. Like, he's the people's champion. And I was like, man, I just don't understand why people don't like or appreciate Kyle Shanahan. Do you think it's the same thing nationally? Like Kyle is looked at as like
I know it's not. I think what happens in the local little niche bubble that we're in is we see all the flaws of whatever is going on, and pretty much, unless you're just winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl or NBA championship after NBA championship, every single team, every coach has something that you don't like, because that's just how it is. That's just nobody's perfect. You don't like the way that someone makes halftime adjustments, or maybe you feel like they don't do anything right that's scripted. Maybe they get to the big game and can't seem to win the big game. Maybe they never can get past the AFC Championship. There are a lot of people in Buffalo that want Sean McDermott fired, which is like kind of absurd. And so for you guys that are in the Sacramento and the Bay Area, folks, if you heard, well, Buffalo as a whole wants their head coach fired, you're like, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, it seems crazy.
They just can't get past Patrick Mahomes. And so to a degree, that's kind of the same with the Niners. Just can't get past Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So you may not like some of the things that he does. Clearly, this job has aged him immensely, the amount of stress and pressure that he's been under. And, like, let's be honest, who is the best quarterback that Kyle Shanahan ever had?
Brock Purdy.
That's insane.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
But it is true. But that notion that we're still going to act like Brock Purdy is
watch yourself,
Josh Allen.
Well, no, come on,
oh boy,
act like he won an MVP. I don't think Brock Purdy's winning an MVP ever. Or Lamar Jackson.
I think he's 28-1 right now.
He should have. I had an argument for him 2 years ago.
Yeah, but that's because we didn't expect him to do all of this, right?
Damn, they're better than everybody out there statistically.
He was the juice. It wouldn't have taken this long for him to be drafted in the draft. He would have been known. He came out of nowhere, a lot like Dak Prescott came out of nowhere and immediately succeeded. So to me, it's kind of like, unless you're Andy Reid, and now we're going to start, I bet you're going to start chirps on Andy Reid as Travis Kelce gets older, as the defense maybe starts to go somewhere else, as they don't really have a running game, as Patrick Mahomes is getting beat up. He's always running for his life. There's going to be people being like, maybe we need to make a change. Maybe Andy's not it anymore.
Yep.
And that's just like what it is to be a fan. But just know that you could be a Dallas Cowboys fan and know that nothing's going right ever. Doesn't matter. And we would die. We would give up our whole mouth of teeth for Kyle Shanahan.
That reminds me of something else I wanted to ask you too. I got about 3 things I wanted to ask you, but that leads to something else I was talking to Kyle about. We were talking about just kind of like the worst loss you've ever experienced as a sports fan. The last 49ers Super Bowl, I talked about it. It had me questioning why I even kind of watch sports the way I do. Why do I do this? I took a walk around the block at 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday, and it's like, why? I'm really upset. Why am I doing this? I need to kind of reevaluate. Should I be a fan of it all? Like, this is great. Like, that's how bad it was. Kyle said his was 2016 Game 7 Warriors Cavs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Do you have one, TK? Your worst loss you ever experienced as a sports fan?
I think there are a few. One of them in basketball was when Dame had 50-something points against the Denver Nuggets, and we had a bunch of scrubs around Dame, and CJ McCollum was on the line on the sideline when he caught a ball that he ends up shooting, and we end up losing that game to the Nuggets in the most disastrous fashion. I think that was 2021, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it was 2020, bubble year. I can't remember. It all kind of, that time all blends in together. And I was like, well, Dame should leave. Why do I even? Another one was just this last year in college football when we were undefeated, number 1 team in the country, and Arizona State was on.
Oh, Oregon. That's
yes,
right.
Arizona State's on national television. So the Oregon game, it was on like ESPN 2. You had to switch it over. You had to wait for the Arizona State game to end for you to like be able to watch the game. And I got to turn the flicker on the game of the Oregon Ohio State game, and it was just like a deep ball to Jeremiah Smith up 7-0, 10 seconds in the game. We went 3 and out. They had another maybe 2-play drive it was 14-0.
It was brutal.
I think we're down like 36 points at halftime. I put my sweatshirt in my head and tied it up tight and was like, I think we need to deduct points from Ohio State. How few plays it's taking them.
I remember.
Are they really earning these touchdowns?
They really aren't. Okay, something not fair.
I remember watching that game, just like doing mental and mathematic gymnastics to try to make it a game. Like it was like a 28-point game. I was like, oh, it's the start of the fourth. If they can get it to 21,
like they get a touchdown and stop it, a quick touchdown. That was tough. I think I'd rather. We're talking about this too, though. I think I would way rather get blown out in that kind of game, though. But no, here's my argument. The 2012 Super Bowl, Niners-Ravens, when the lights went out, the Niners were getting smoked. And I just accepted, man, you know what? They just didn't play well today. That sucks. Like that's a bad time to play bad. It sucks, but whatever. For them to come back and provide hope and to get to within 5 yards of taking the lead in that game, only to lose it, that ripped my heart out. That ripped my heart all the way out.
Both are really bad because Oregon's never really had a game where you're like, we were right there. I mean, you could say the one against Auburn, and I went to that one as well. I was only, my team has never been to a Super Bowl in my adult life. So yes, you're right. My team has never done anything on the magnitude of the Niners losing up. They're up. 10 at halftime, and you're like,
we don't gotta bring up old stuff.
What are we talking about? What are we doing? See, Cole, don't listen to Cole. Cole got her talking crazy now.
This is rude.
So anyway, we play Auburn. I somehow get a ticket, and I swear I didn't even have one the day of the game. Tickets were insane price. I stayed with my grandma. It was in Glendale. Some guy, his girlfriend or something, got stuck in an accident on the freeway, couldn't make it to the game, so he gave me the ticket for face value.
No way.
He was like, how much will you pay for this? Because I kept walking around being like, hey, do you know anyone who has an extra ticket? Do you know anyone? And probably 5 people into, hey, do you know? Which is like the worst idea. How do you have the gumption to believe you're going to get a ticket the day of the game just by walking around asking, hey, can you help me? Hey, do you know? No, bitch, I don't know anyone who has an extra ticket to the national championship game. Serious? And he goes, yeah, I think me. My girlfriend is stuck on the 10. I've been waiting on her for 2 hours. If she does not let me know that she's moving in the next 10 minutes, it is yours. I was like, done. I'll wait right here. I'm white on rice. And it was like 60 seconds. He goes, okay, I'm done. You can have it. How much do you, how much money do you have? And I go,
Oh
and
my
I go,
goodness.
oh man, I've got like $750, which tickets were going for like $1,900.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And I'm like, I have $750. I think I had 900. And he was like, how about 350? And I was like, done. Yeah.
Wow.
Here you go.
That's
That is
crazy.
fire.
And me and like, do you guys
Go
remember
watch
the
Cam
guy
Newton.
Stu Jackson? He went to Oregon. I think he played either basketball or football. I don't know. He was old head.
Sounds familiar.
He was with Stu Jackson, and me and Stu ended up sharing some chicken strips. So he was like, hey, you don't even care where these tickets are at? And I was like, no, I actually just want to get in the game. He goes, where do you think they are? And I go, 400 level, 300 level. And he goes, no, these tickets are really good. I will murder you if you resell them. And I go, what? I'm not going to resell a ticket. I'm telling you, I'm walking around.
I just got it.
A lanyard. It's like laminated.
Oh yeah.
50-yard line on the 16th row.
Get
$150. And so I
That's
watched
so
us
tight.
lose to Auburn. And there was a play where the running back number 5 he was down. They didn't call him down. And he took it to the house. We tackled him, but they said he wasn't down, so he rolled over.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tie game at the time, right?
right.
I think that would have made it like a 3rd and long situation.
Is that
Yeah.
Kerryon Johnson?
It sounds right.
And we couldn't stop them. And that was the one drive that we had them on the ropes. And that was like, that was probably the worst, more so than the one last year, because being there is even worse. And then what made it insult to injury was that all these Auburn fans who you think are going to be not very nice couldn't ask for a better team to play. Wouldn't want to play y'all tomorrow, I'll tell you that. Times we probably win 5, y'all probably win 5. And you're like, oh my God, I hate this.
Oh no.
So nice and complimentary. That don't do nothing for me. That don't do nothing for me. I'd rather you not talk to me.
Y'all played really hard, y'all Ducks.
Oh,
Okay. That's
just
just
super.
Goodbye.
Sounds so condescending.
Yeah, goodbye.
you're like, oh
Y'all
man.
played hard.
Couldn't I ask
Oh, me.
for a nicer team to play, y'all Ducks? Y'all did y'all best. I tell you what, we'll want to play y'all tomorrow.
They say
Oh,
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
Oregon.
Shout out,
It's crazy.
War Eagle. I guess I don't support War
me-
Eagle. I'm
give
not a
me
supporter.
LS
No. Oh, okay.
fans screaming in my face with their Jameson breath all day over
That's
that.
Kenny's people.
Who?
LSU fans.
Well, I'm an
They're
LSU supporter.
terrible. They're the worst.
Yeah, I'm an LSU supporter. Shout out, Go Tigers. You already know how it's spelled. Go Tigers.
Hey, I know you guys have talked about this probably multiple times on this program, but Trysta, I have not gotten to talk to you about this, and we don't have to dive deep on it. I just want to congratulate you on Dame being back in Portland. That's my favorite thing that's happened this offseason. That was such a cool thing.
I
I'm
told
so happy about that.
this to Damien in person. I go, I can stop just blatantly ricochet shotting Dame on every.
Oh, she didn't miss an opportunity either. For 2 years, she didn't miss an opportunity.
Anytime it was someone running from the grind, I would bring up Dame. Every time it was a guard who couldn't play defense. Remember, Dame, he's a cone. I wouldn't miss a chance to be like, well, that's what Dame said when he was 10 toes down.
Trae Young, I mean, yeah, he's a good ball player. He doesn't play defense. Kind of in the same vein as Damian Lillard.
Yeah, they're like, no one's even talking about the Bucks. Anytime the Bucks were sliding down the standings, which happened a lot, or like all the Doc Rivers stuff, I relished in it. Oh my God, chef's kiss. Wouldn't want to be living in Milwaukee right now, I tell you that.
But now it's all good. It's nice little.
I honestly cried. I'm not gonna lie. I shed a tear. I had been with the Blazers front office the night before. and they didn't let anything. We probably hung out for like 6 hours till the wee hours, just chatting about like catching up. And one of the guys I went to college with, so we've known each other since I was like 19. So we've, highs and lows. And I see the Shams tweet and I call him again. I'm like, what's going on? And he goes, TK, what's up?
Oh, come on.
And I go, don't do that. What is happening right now? And he goes, well, the reason I didn't want to tell you is because apparently like Dame's camp was going to do this cute little Walker video. And sure enough, it came out like 2 hours later. They were late on it. And I was like, but Shams scooped it. Okay. You could have let me know. And he's like, and then he told me this whole story about how like Dame came by the facility and had never gone in since the trade. He had like been by in the off season because he's always lived in the off season in the Portland area. And so he goes in and it's like this amazing emotional moment, almost like the mending of the fences. And they had started, and that had been, I think it was right before he got bought and stretched and waived. Pause. And he anytime it's stretched.
Absolutely. Those are the rules.
Those are the rules. So, and from then on, they had been kind of like working towards trying to figure something out. And when he got let go from the Bucks, I was like, call me crazy, but wouldn't it be kind of cool to have Dame back? And my friend was like, yeah, but like, what would be the real purpose of that? And I was like, because it's Dame. Because it's Dame. There's no star. I don't know. Let me ask you guys, is there another star that's as synonymous with their city
Steph.
that if he left, you would like be like, I don't care what the reason is, that hasn't won a ring? That like, I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the financial situation is. This player belongs here. Like, we're not even going to talk about the time in Milwaukee. We're like those 2 years.
It's going to be a weird thing.
I don't think it's on the same level. I think Dame is probably number one, but I think if Russell Westbrook went back
or Luka, if Luka just like 2 years from now, if Luka like got somehow waived and he just decided to go back to the Mavs, he'd be like, okay, we'll just like that LA time, we're just gonna let that go because we know you didn't really want to go. And I truthfully do not believe that in his heart, based on everything that I've spoken, everybody that I've spoken to and what they've all collectively told me, is he was like, I don't really want to go. And then the agent kind of was like, but you for your legacy, you kind of gotta like, where are they really going? And you know how people are, they're fanning the flames. And they're like, oh, well, they won't support you. They're not surrounding you with anybody.
I have two to throw into that mix. I think Devin Booker's there. It would be weird if Devin Booker played somewhere else other than Phoenix.
I think
and then has Jalen Brunson gotten there with the Knicks?
It's close.
No,
it's really
he
close.
wasn't drafted there.
Oh, is that they have to be there?
Been there the whole year.
That's the only way.
Got it. Okay.
You feel that level of like, well,
got you.
The Dame years outside of Portland just don't make any sense.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Third question I wanted to ask Trysta. And I don't remember. We might have talked about this. I don't remember. We'll see. Kyle, I don't know if you were around when I talked about this either. So this might be news to you. But I said something last week. And when you talk about these top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL, they're just great. Like, they're all great. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and I put Joe Burrow in that class.
Oh, you didn't put Purdy in that category? You didn't put him in there?
No,
y'all
just level below. Right
he's
below.
top 10, though. He's top 10. He's a top 10 quarterback.
That's how y'all were talking like 5 minutes ago, is that he was like going to be in that top 4.
We were?
No,
that's how it sounded.
I don't think we were talking like that. I think those 4 are.
When I said Josh Allen, he's no Josh Allen. You're like,
Well, I was doing a bit.
Well, I was like,
obviously he's not.
What I was, that's what I was saying. Like, that's unfair. Like, that's one of the best players in the game.
Jesse and I argue about this.
I believe on one of the shows, we got to keep receipts, y'all, that like how much different is Brock Purdy really than Josh Allen?
No, so after the Super Bowl year or during that playoffs or whatever, I thought Brock and Josh Allen were a lot closer than people gave it credit for. Brock's production was creme de la creme. Like he's with the top. Brock Purdy was a top 5, top 3 MVP candidate that year.
What the way it gets judged though, right, is if you flip them, the 49ers win probably 15 or 16 games.
Yeah, instead of 13.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and they win the Super Bowl.
Right. So that's what I was talking about. Last year, I was saying the same thing. And going into that season, I was saying the same thing. Josh Allen elevated. Josh Allen went to another level for me personally, where I was like, okay, yeah, that's not really a conversation right now. He's separated in my eyes from guys like Brock Purdy. So I gave him that, but I don't think you guys are gonna like what I said next.
Until Brock Purdy throws a touchdown pass while the 49ers are trailing with less than 4 minutes to go, he doesn't get to be anywhere near that conversation for me.
That's
he's got a lot to prove for me still.
That's fine. Now I don't think you guys are gonna like what I'm about to say.
Great.
I don't think Trysta is. Last week, I was sitting here and I was thinking about these guys and thinking about the quarterbacks and all this other stuff. And I looked at Lamar Jackson. And I said, Lamar Jackson, as just the talent of a quarterback, is everything they try to say Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes are. Lamar Jackson might be the best talent we've ever seen at that position. You know, when people talk about like Josh Allen, well, you know, he can pass and he can run that thing, and he can, but he don't run it like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson was almost 1,000-yard rusher last year. Josh Allen had like 500 yards rushing. Lamar Jackson is like literally the one that can pass at an elite level and can run at an elite level. To me, he is the best quarterback in football.
No.
The Bills got better when Josh Allen took a step back. That's not get on my back, guys. When it was like, hey, let's take the ball out of his hands a little bit and let's run the ball a little bit more with Cook, that's when they started to elevate.
No.
Lamar, the Ravens elevate when Lamar go off.
You mean when Lamar gets Derrick Henry?
That's good too. He still ran for 1,000 yards.
I think
that's like the third. That's like the third best rushing total of his career.
I love. By the way, first and foremost, let me just, for the record, say I have always loved Lamar. I think I've shared this story before, but I'll share it again because it's good enough to share multiple times. When we were at the little kids camp before Lamar got drafted, and I saw the Bleacher Report article that came out, anonymous GM says Lamar Jackson, when he throws, he hopes. And he was by himself after this kids camp, hadn't been drafted yet. And I said, hey, did you see this report? Anonymous GM says, when you throw, you hope. What's your response to that? And he goes, how many TDs I have? That's a lot of hoping, huh? That's a lot of hoping. And ever since then, I'm like, this is my guy. I love Lamar. I think he's immensely talented. And I think it's really hard on the margins to say who's better than who.
Right.
But when it's you at the crib at M&T in a playoff game against the Chiefs, you cannot lose that game.
Can't.
Who else lost at home against the Chiefs?
The Bills lost against the Chiefs. That's why, for me, the second level below Mahomes that was a kid. I think a pan fell.
Everybody's okay.
Is Joe Burrow. Is because when Joe Burrow has gone up against Mahomes without any shenanigans and late hitting going on, because let's be honest, that second time that they played Mahomes, they should have won that game.
Yep.
Joe Burrow elevates. And he does insane things. But you're talking about like little tiny.
It's nitpicks.
Yeah.
Nitpicks.
That's what I say. They're all.
The only wrong take for me is that one is clearly better than the other. I will say on the rushing side, Josh Allen has 27 rushing touchdowns the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Lamar has 33 in his career.
Yeah, that's a little Dak Prescott.
Lamar goes for half a more yard per attempt than Josh Allen does. Lamar's more volume.
The rushing things, and shout out to Dane Barling because he brought this up. I thought this was a good point. When they're at the 2-yard line, the Bills are doing what? Getting the ball to Josh Allen a lot of times so he can run the ball and run it in the end zone. When the Ravens are at the 2-yard line, where are they going?
They go to the running back.
So that's why I think
because
a discrepancy between the yards ran and the touchdowns.
It's just different skill sets. It's a fullback versus a halfback.
Yeah.
You're going to account for 27 touchdowns on the ground. That means something.
He's a load. Josh Allen, pause, is a load. Pause.
Yes, he's a hoss.
Josh Allen,
That's a big old dude.
Josh Allen
also. I would take either one on my team.
100%. Just my outlook and kind of my thought is, and you guys tell me if this is wrong or not. But not that he wasn't able to do it before, because he did. He's got some insane numbers as far as what he's done in the last couple of years. But last year, when the Bills said we're going to pull back from Josh Allen a little bit, that's when they got better. And that is not, hey, put him on my back, I'm going to carry us here. Like, yeah, you're the leader and all this other stuff, but production-wise, in that game against Baltimore, I think he was like 12 or 16 for 127 yards. Like that. Like that's what people say, get on his back, he going to lead you, and he's going to production-wise take you. No, that's what Lamar does. That's not what Josh Allen does.
That's what Lamar sometimes does. And that's why they got him Derrick Henry. And they got better when they got Derrick Henry to help out. And so what it really was with Josh Allen, because let's be honest, we've seen what happens when he puts a team on his back. The fact that they didn't get the ball at all in overtime against the Chiefs, and he scored as fast as he did, bing, bang, boom, and they were just going tit for tat in that playoff game.
Joe Burrow also beat his ass when they put the ball in his hand too.
Joe Burrow's insane. Joe Burrow's insane. I was at that game in Buffalo where they were just mountains of touchdowns.
I remember you saying that.
On their head. And so you look at what Josh can do. You just don't want him to have to do that all the time. I don't think any quarterback should have to do that. But let's be real. They didn't want to give the ball to Stephon Diggs as many times as they were giving them the ball. They want to give the ball to spread the sugar around, get it to Dalton Kincaid, get into Dawson Knox, get the ball to James Cook. They got a new offensive coordinator. He got fired. Then they brought in somebody else. And then it's like, okay, we got to kind of like be a little bit more unpredictable. Same thing with the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs, when they were at their best, they were very unpredictable. One day it's Rashee Rice. Another day it's Juju Smith-Schuster. In the playoffs, you go when it's crunch time to Travis Kelce, and he puts the team on his back. And Mahomes can obviously run a lot in the postseason himself, but all the great teams are built on versatility.
I love this group of quarterbacks. I really do. It's so fascinating.
Lamar was so good last year.
He was insane last year.
His numbers are ridiculous.
It was insane. But these four, I think it's so fascinating to watch. I kind of love that they're all in the AFC, obviously for selfish reasons, but the fact that like it feels like every year it's going to be those guys vying for these legacy type wins. I just think it's dope. I think it's dope. These four and Joe Burrow. I'm kind of with you. The other day I got a little nitpicky because I said I think Joe Burrow might be the best pure passer in the game. The best pure pass. Like when you talk about throwing that thing, Joe might be the best. And then you got the winner, Patrick Mahomes.
They all do. They have something that they do better than everyone else, right? And like some of them are just really, really clutch. Some of them are better pure passers. Some of them have the best deep ball. Some of them are impossible to take down. Some of them, like Lamar, incredibly elusive. I mean, you just really can't compare. It's just too tough. And everything that you need from the quarterback position. And I think we haven't even talked about somebody who's going to be top 5, which is Jaden Daniels. Because Jaden Daniels has the thingy of the thing, which is clutchability. To be able to do what he did as many times as he did it, where it's 5 seconds left and I'm sitting there being like, I truly believe they can win this game. Not like, what could happen? I believe it. Like he's going to throw a dot down into the touchdown. It's game over. And he just delivered and delivered. And I hated the way that Eagles game played out because I felt like there was so many little things that got in their way, whether that were it was penalties and turnovers and fumbles and things that were not Jaden Daniels' fault, really, because they were kind of going pound for pound with the champs. So I think Jaden Daniels would be in that tier soon as well.
And TK, watch out for my boy Brock Purdy. That's all the time we have for today.
Good Lord, this guy.
TK, I appreciate you, man. Have safe travels back up to Portland, man. You enjoyed your time in Sac real quick?
I did. Everybody keeps saying I got tan, but I think it's just the camera.
Well, that is
What happens when you go to
that
Dan's
is like
house?
a $10,000 camera, probably. Something like
That's
that. Something
facts,
rich.
yeah.
Something rich.
Got a whole camera crew in there right now.
Yeah. Appreciate you, TK.
Love y'all.
Everybody said we said what's up, man.
See you, TK.
Appreciate you, girl.
Thank you.
Trysta Krick, the Heat
The
Check
best.
podcast.
The very best.
That's my girl right there.